The man dragging. Oh, spear! He was speared out of midair. The back of his head hit the apron. Dragunov may be out.
Hi, Bron. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Yeah. So obviously, there's only one place to start here, and that is SummerSlam this weekend. Uh, Obviously, kind of what I can presume is your biggest show to date. Do you ever get nerves when you're performing in front of that many people in a big open air arena?
And this has got to be this is a first for me. I did the Royal Rumble in January, but it's just a different feeling. It's a singles competition. So yeah, I think I have a lot of nerves going into this weekend, but it's good. It just means that it matters a lot to me, and I'm very very locked in.
So this is kind of one of your first big feuds on the main roster with Sami. Have you learned anything from him in the ring? Has he been helpful kind of backstage with that kind of stuff?
Oh, he's been fantastic the whole way. He's been astronomically helpful in everything that we've been doing. He's great, man. I've just absolutely loved being part of this with him, and he's just so good. And I think that needs to be said. And he's phenomenal, and I'm just thankful to be a part of working with him. And I'm just very excited for this weekend.
So obviously, you're challenging for the Intercontinental Championship. You've challenged for it before at Money in the Bank. It's often referred to as kind of the workhorse title, the working man's title. How important of a title is that, not just to the WWE, but kind of to wrestling?
It's extremely important to our industry just because it has such a rich history and what it does for superstars when they have the unique responsibility of holding it. And it just takes people's careers to a whole new height and takes them to levels that they, essentially become a top guy when are holding that or have held it. It elevates talent. So that's, it's an honor to even be fighting for it.
Kind of, you spoke at the end there saying it's an honor to be fighting for it. Did you think you'd be in this position, say, let's go back to WrestleMania when you've just been drafted to Raw? Did you think you'd be fighting for this in a singles match come 3 months, 4 months down the line?
I don't know. It's tough to say because everything is so unpredictable, and you just never know what's going on. So, it's tough to say. That's a tough one. I don't know.
No worries. So if we can go back just a tiny bit to NXT, I was a huge black and gold fan, and then obviously we moved on to NXT 2.0, and you were almost the focal point of that first episode with the when you came out, you challenged LA Knight. How has this past few years been for you, going from from the 2.0 era then to the main roster? Does it seem crazy to you?
It's been a heck of a ride, I would say. Extremely fun. NXT was such a cool thing to be a part of. I love Sean, and Matt and Russo. Those guys are great. It was just a cool time. I think it was just a crazy time in terms of NXT's landscape at that stage, which was just just a crazy time, crazy thing to be a part of. But also it was just kind of as unique of a time as it was. Things were changing and we had to evolve with it. So it was just opportunities handed to just given to different people, and you had to go earn it. So
Yeah, brilliant. So kind of once you've moved up to the main roster, who has helped you the most? Because I can imagine it's somewhat of a learning experience to go from the performance center to you're on the road, you're in arenas every week. Has anybody backstage been a real helping hand?
yeah, Paul Heyman, right off the top. CM Punk, Sami Zayn, obviously. Roman Reigns, and the time that I've a few times I've been around him, has been very helpful. Hunter, even just my producers, or just everybody's very on board with just wanting to see people have success. So it's a very cool environment to be a part of, because everyone's on the same trajectory, the same path. We all want success. We all want WWE to be the best it can be. So
in the kind of the previous year or so, WWE, the popularity's exploded. You look at kind of from where it was a few years ago to where it is now, the viewership's going up. And especially look at WrestleMania, when Cody Rhodes' story brought a lot more people back into the product. Is that something that's really exciting to be part of?
yeah, absolutely. And this is the hottest it's arguably ever been since the Attitude Era. A lot of people say that. So I mean, it's get on the train, man.
Lovely stuff. So obviously big news here in the UK, with the news that Triple H has been flying over to speak to the Mayor of London about potentially holding WrestleMania in the UK. Have you ever wrestled over here?
Yeah, I wrestled Sami Zayn. I wrestled Sami Zayn 3 years ago, maybe. In the UK, I did a tour for a week with him over there.
Oh, wow.
So
is that kind of, when you come abroad to these shows, as WWE has been doing, is that exciting for you as a performer?
Yeah, absolutely. It's just I can't wait to get back to the UK and perform in front of those fans, and it's just I think it's one of my favorite places to be at, to work, because it's just such a unique audience, and it's just it's such a fun place, man. I can't wait to get back. I haven't even seen, had the opportunity to really see a lot of the country, even too, kind of get to walk around and stuff too. So I'm looking forward to all that.
Perfect. So if we look ahead to that, well, that WrestleMania is probably not going to be for a couple of years, but if we look ahead to WrestleMania next year, is there any dream match you've got in mind, competing for any championship against?
I think the only fitting match that comes to mind for me is to retire John Cena, because I mean, he's going on a farewell tour. From what I know, I don't know how long he's going to be around and stuff, or what his schedule is, but if he wants to come back and have the best possible match with the most elite talent that there is to work with, that he hasn't worked with yet, that's me. There is no one else. So if he wants to get in there and mix it up with the best of the next generation, that's going to be, the next, 5-10 years, going to step up and be leaders for this locker room, it's me. So
Perfect. Well, mate, I'll thank you very much for your time. That's kind of all the questions I had lined up for you. I hope you enjoy yourself, and you wish you the best of luck for Sunday, or well, early hours of Sunday for me, Saturday night for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ilya Dragunov can no longer continue in this match. Therefore, your